2025 is starting off with a bang for Rivian after some strong deliveries in December. Here to break down what the stock is doing right now is MarketBeat analyst Chris Markoch. Chris, Friday was really a crazy day for Rivian.
Yeah, it was. Stock shot up over 24%. The news that came out, Rivian released their delivery report for the month of December. Deliveries were much higher than expected. But the other piece of news in that report that was really important was they had announced a component shortage in, I think it was in September or October, that they had said was going to affect production in 2025. They've now said that component shortage has been resolved and they don't see any issue with them moving forward with full production in 2025.
So, two good pieces of
Right.
news that are really helping to move this stock. Is this move because there's real gain for this company, or is it a little bit more reactionary news?
I think this is reactionary news. You do have to realize there was about 19% short interest on Rivian stock. So there's probably an element of short covering going on with this 24% move. And the stock is down about 2% this morning as you and I tape, Bridget. This is on Monday the 6th. So there might be a little bit of movement back down as now that those short positions have been covered and we're trying to get to that price discovery stage.
Yeah, the movement in this stock this year has been quite a lot over the
Yeah.
past year. In 2024, Rivian hit a new low, trading around $8. Now it's back up around 16. What is the real price of this stock?
If you look at what the analysts are saying and where the options chain is lying, it's looking like Rivian's probably somewhere around, 12 to $16, somewhere in that range is what they believe is the fair price. And the reason for that, Bridget, is because of the profitability issue. Rivian's not a profitable company yet. They're not expected to be fully profitable probably for at least another year or 2 years. It might even extend further than that, depending on how fast EV adoption happens in the United States. And right now, that's just a headwind for a lot of companies. If you're not profitable right now in this market, that's something that some investors are staying away from.
Yeah, let's talk about the EV market a little bit. We've
Sure.
seen Tesla stock go crazy the end of
Yeah.
2024 as well. Now Rivian is seeing this boost. Is there hope for the EV market to really see a little bit of a resurgence in the new year?
Well, so there's two things I think going on. Number one is you've got, in the case of Rivian, they did receive about $6 billion from the Biden administration for their EV production. So that's good news for the company because again, it means that um, they probably won't have to do a share offering, which would be dilutive to investors. They've also received they're also in a $5 billion joint agreement with Volkswagen. So investors that were worried about share dilution probably don't have to worry about that too much right now with Rivian. The question's going to be whether or not the economy improves sufficiently to really spark that EV demand among consumers in the United States. Some of that's going to just have to do with the fact of will there be the infrastructure built out to support the consumers buying EVs?
Yeah, if you're interested in investing in EVs, check out MarketBeat's free premium report. We have a guide to almost everything you need to know about investing in the EV market. Scan the QR code or check the link in the description to read that free report on marketbeat.com. Oh, Chris, let's get to the important question, and that's should investors be looking at getting into Rivian right now after this big price spike?
So what I said in my article was they should probably wait for the price to come back just a little bit, and they might be getting that this morning. If you have a long position in Rivian, obviously you're going to want to stay long. You don't want to sell your stock right now, but it's always important to understand how much you're paying per share. And right now at around $16, it might be a little rich for the Rivian shares right now. But again, if you're a trader, this was a great opportunity for you.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of traders getting a lot
Yeah,
of profit off of this big spike swing this week.
right.
Let's talk about long-term potential for this stock.
Right.
Do you see Rivian as a good long-term stock, especially after this news about this increased delivery numbers happening at the end of 2024?
Yeah, I think Rivian, like a lot of EV stocks right now, Bridget, Rivian is a conviction stock. If you are if you're a true believer in the idea that there's going to be a mass EV adoption coming over the next 5, 10 years, then I think Rivian is absolutely a buy. They've got a niche market with in terms of they're kind of hitting that truck market that isn't necessarily being covered by other EV makers. They've already shown that they can produce vehicles at scale, which is very important. The key for them is going to be profitability and whether they can hit that. They're making strides towards it, but they've got to get it across the finish line. So right now, it's a conviction stock. You have to make opportunistic buys. I think a little bit of a pullback right now would be a great time to enter. But as far as chasing that rally on Friday, I think I wouldn't necessarily be doing that because I think there will be a little bit of a pullback.
All right, some great analysis, Chris, as always. Thank you so much for your time today, and thank you for joining us here on MarketBeat Media. Hit the like and subscribe button, share a comment on what you think about Rivian as an investment, whether for the short term or the long term. Thanks again for watching. As always, happy investing.